Hi, I'm Frank Mottek for M&A.TV. With us now, attorney Dino Barajas with the law firm Akin Gump, based here in Los Angeles. Dino, thanks very much for taking the time to speak with us here today. Tell us about your work and your firm, please.
Well, thank you for having me. We're an 850-person international law firm, full-service law firm. We do a lot of M&A work throughout the world. My primary focus is in the United States, throughout Latin America and the Caribbean, with a special emphasis in energy.
I'm sure you're watching all the international developments and what's happening in the banking sector. Give us your view of what might ultimately happen with Greece and the concern what's happening there, and the budget battle in Washington, and worries about banks on both sides of the pond and its impact this will all have on the M&A business.
I think in the short term, things are going to get more difficult before they straighten themselves out. I think throughout Europe, you'll have more local concerns as individual countries also try to right the ship in terms of the debt obligations. At least in the United States and for Latin America, I think this is going to have an impact in the short term, given that there'll be less activity likely coming from the European countries into both the U.S. and the Latin American markets. Credit, I think, will tighten up. Lenders providing acquisition financing or project financing for individual deals, I think will likely get more conservative as they try to protect themselves against a further slide.
How serious do you think it'll be? Will it be a Lehman-type event if Greece defaults?
I don't think so, simply because I think the markets have had a long enough time to essentially expect this, to try to put in measures to mitigate the effects. And I think from a worldwide perspective, there's still plenty of activity. We've seen this in the Latin American market, where a number of Latin American countries have avoided being affected by both what's going on in the United States and what's going on in Europe, simply by focusing on their own economies, by providing for infrastructure opportunities, investment opportunities, for new money coming into their markets. So I think certain countries are insulated from negative effects, while others that are highly dependent on trade are probably going to take the brunt of any impact.
In this tougher climate that you described, what are you guys doing differently to stay competitive and stay on top of the game?
I think staying close to our clients in some of the local markets, making sure that we have a lot of local market intelligence. For example, we're extremely active in Mexico, in Central America, Brazil, and Chile. So I think having a lot of the local market intelligence as to what opportunities are coming to the forefront, perhaps what other local competitors are doing that may help our clients survive, and basically try to adopt and help our clients adopt best practices in whatever the industry is.
Give us some of the do's and don'ts out there in your view, and what buyers especially should be aware of these days.
Well, one of the do's is to focus on the long-term credit strength of sellers for any residual liabilities they may have, making sure that there are holdbacks in the purchase price provisions, allowing for certain retainment for future potential obligations that may arise. Due diligence in terms of potential litigation, labor liabilities is critical, and tax planning in structuring some of these deals that are going to happen in the short term is going to be critical, because the opportunities, I think, are going to present themselves in the market very quickly, and those that are in the best position to act with the strongest bid, the best tax planning going into the deal, are ultimately going to come out the winners.
Attorney Dino Barajas with the Akin Gump law firm, with offices in Los Angeles as well as in New York, and other places around the world. Dino, thank you very, very much for sharing your insights with us here today for M&A.TV here at the ACG 2011 conference.
Thank you again for having me. Appreciate it.